Welcome back to a bit of.
Well, sync it up, mother.
Oh,
You idiot. You big dumb stupid.
all right.
You
Continue.
dummy.
Quick access. Continue. Quick access. Backup saves. Quick access. Continue. Quick access. Backup saves. Quick access. Continue.
Oh, thank you for making my life easier. For once. So what were you saying about welcome back?
Welcome back to a bit of. It's Ives and Rob on the couch playing a game we haven't played in a while.
Yeah,
Ori and the Blind, or no, Ori and Will of the Wisps. Jesus,
It's the sequel, Ives.
it is a sequel.
All the episodes are going to go up one after the other. That's the plan with these. So
Okay.
for the viewers at home, it's going to be like no time has passed at all. But for us, it's been like a year.
Yeah.
We're going to start doing Well, the plan is to start doing Dead Space 3 again.
Is it?
Well, yeah. We were just talking about it.
Okay.
Well, I was just talking about it. I guess you weren't listening. Typically. When do you think is the last time we played Dead Space 3?
It's been a minute.
I'm desperate to finish that game.
Me too. Especially we were just talking about. Oops. We were just talking about
The
how
remake?
the remake is
Yeah.
coming out, and then Callisto Protocol, which is from like, what is it, the same team or the same writers or something like that.
Yeah, same something or other from the first game.
Yeah.
But like, how do you feel toward the remake of Dead Space before we move on to Callisto?
I like the idea that they're revamping the graphics because it is like a 15-year-old game at this point. But I forgot that this is the darkness area.
Uh-oh.
Little Bean.
Jellybean, do you want to go outside?
Yeah, she definitely wants to go outside.
I'll let her out while you talk about Dead Space.
So I like the idea that they're remaking it. But what the hell do I press to get? There we go. But I don't want to pay like a huge premium for it because I don't think that's worth it. So if they charge like 60, 70 bucks for it, I'm like out. Or at least in the short term. But I do want to play it because from the previews that I've seen, it looks gorgeous. And that's one of my favorite games of all time too, so
It still looks a little bit tanky, but I'm happy about that.
yeah.
Yeah, Jelly doesn't trust anybody but you, so that's if you want to let her out. It
Yeah.
looks like she's okay. I think she just wanted attention.
Trying to remember where I had to go from here.
And to your point, like, I'm not going to drop... I'm sure they're going to expect people to pay, like, $60. You know, they're going to treat it like, oh, it's a brand new game. And that's not 100% wrong.
Yeah.
It's not a new game. But at the same breath, like, it kind of is a new...
Well, they said they're gonna make some changes so that people who've played the originals have something to look forward to. But
Yeah.
essentially, at its core, it's gonna be the same story. So,
Hey,
like, how
Jelly.
much new can they do with it?
You want kisses? Yeah, I think Jelly just wanted some attention.
Yeah, that's what she does sometimes.
She's like, I'm at the door. I want to go outside and pee. Or, I'm at the door. Can you give me scritches?
Yeah. He's a wolf
You
of
want to take a
scritches.
nap on Uncle Rob?
But Callisto Protocol, as we were just talking about, and
Oh, yeah.
date this episode is coming out this week, and I'm psyched for that because that's like a whole new IP. And I'm gonna be honest, it's been a minute since I've played like a new IP, like a completely new IP.
Yeah.
Because even a lot of the new games that I've played are based off of like existing franchises, like Half-Life Alyx, which we played for the channel, based off of games that have
It's just an
been around forever.
and a continuation of Half-Life.
Yeah.
Story and characters we all already know and love. And like Callisto Protocol, like I was saying before, I think my exact words was like, "Oh, I'm a little hard for Callisto Protocol."
Yeah.
Like, it's a new IP, new characters, new environment, a lot of very similar ideas,
Yeah.
But like, I'm excited for it still. I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it. But I had no idea it was coming out like next week, so like I thought it was
Yeah.
gonna be like spring next year. So
It snuck up on me too because I was like, oh, I know it's coming out end of the year, but for me, end of the year is like right before Christmas, which I
Yeah.
guess in early December still is, but
No.
it just feels like
it's the last month of the year.
Yeah, which even the month of December kind of snuck up on me a
It
little
really
bit.
did. December always kind of sneaks up because we have that we have the Thursday and Friday, Thanksgiving Thursday off,
Yeah.
the Friday after Thanksgiving off, and then like you really don't really have you do have a last week of November,
Right.
but I mean nobody really kind of in the corporate world it doesn't really count. Like our jobs are pretty corporate.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't know where I need to go.
Like everybody, like the whole week of Thanksgiving week, almost everybody, like if they're coming to work, they're not really doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
And it like if they've taken off, they're not coming back to a lot of work because that first week back after vacation, they're like catching up on the 2 or 3 things that they missed, and they're not really, they're still in vacation mindset. Hey, stop licking the couch, you weirdo! Why are you so weird?
It's
Well,
so
you have
tasty.
the weirdest dog.
I know. I mean, it's because she's
You're
mine. That's
such
she's
an
weird.
odd quadruped.
If someone else owned her, she wouldn't be so weird. Yeah.
So is that? Do you think Callisto Protocol is something we should just? Would you say it was like December 5th or something? December 6th, like that weekend or something?
December 2nd is when it's released. So.
Oh, so it's like okay.
Yeah.
I would like to play that as soon as possible.
Me too. Of course, I'm saying that I just started God of War, the 2018 version, because you got me the Ragnarok.
Yeah, I could have sworn you played. Cause we talked with Jeff about the 2018 God of War so much. It's one of Jeff's favorite games, and I just figured you had played that one too. I don't know why.
It was on my wish list. It was something that I was like keeping in the chamber for when I had some time. And of course, this being Thanksgiving weekend, I actually had some time, so I was like, all right. Now seems like the moment I should be checking it out. And I do like it. I'm not that far in, but I was telling Jeff that the control scheme is something I have to get a little used to.
I was talking to AJ a couple days ago about... I had put in our group chat, like, is anybody playing anything?
Yeah.
Like, new? Or replaying anything that's, I don't know, new to them?
Right.
And he was talking about, like, this Super Metroid randomizer, which sounded pretty good. I think that's what you're talking about. That's when you brought up God of War. Jeff was still playing Hitman. And I had just picked up Pokemon Scarlet.
Okay.
And AJ was asking me how it was, and I'm like, I don't know. Bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, how far into it are you? I'm like, I'm like 6 hours into it, and I haven't even started the game.
Jeez.
It's been touted in advertising, the way they advertise. Oh, it's an open world. You can do whatever you want. There's no set starting point or no set. You have to do these missions first, kind of thing.
Okay. In those games, do you start out with like a standard Pokemon, or is it based on some?
Well, it's just like every other Pokemon game. Like you have a choice of the first 3.
Okay.
Like you're always given a first Pokemon, and then you can just go collect them all.
Right.
But holy shit, the amount of hand-holding and babysitting. Like all of the Pokemon games do that. Every single one starts off like, "Welcome to the world of Pokemon.
Yeah.
You've never heard of it before. Let me tell you everything you need to know about the world of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I know it's a mystery to you because it must seem so foreign." Like, no, man. Like, you've existed for like 30 years now, and every single game you've ever released is exactly the same premise? Come on. So, like, this one is definitely the worst of the batch. Not that I've played every single Pokemon game, but, like, holy shit. This one's just like, welcome to the world of Pokemon. These are Pokemon. Go catch Pokemon. Here's your first Pokemon. And then it goes on to, like, this is where you live. This is where this professor lives. This is where your school is. This is where our continent is.
Yeah.
These are the Pokemon that live in, like, all right, I get it. Can I please just go on my way? It's like, no, you have to go to school. These are the classes that are in your school. These are your classmates. These are going to be your rivals. This is your direct rival classmate. This is our neighboring town. I'm like, come on, let me go.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Like, I don't have a driver's license, but Jesus Christ, let me go at least walk around the field. Like, that instantly killed, like, what was the game that came out before it? Oh, you didn't play it, right? the last Pokemon game?
No, I haven't played any Pokemon, to be honest.
Why am I talking to you?
Pokemon was one of those things that came out just after my time. Like, I was already in high school by the time that like it became big.
Yeah, so was I, but I never played the original Pokemon. I got into it way later. Like the adult Pokemon, I guess. It's not even adult. They're all for like the wee little sprouts. I think the first one I played was Black and White, I guess.
Is that what got you into it? Or
and that was on DS, I think, and I wasn't really into it then.
Okay.
I just happened to like get it as a gift one year.
Gotcha.
I think like my aunt got it for me for Christmas. I was like, this is cool, I'll check it out. I was never really into it before, but thanks. I checked it out, and I enjoyed it. It wasn't like spectacular or amazing or anything. Like, it was fun. And then I got Pokemon X or Y or whatever that one was, and I really enjoyed that one. It was a lot of fun. And then I don't think I played any of them until Arceus came out. And that was really engrossing.
Yeah.
Like, they all do that. You know, I was talking about the hand-holding, the babysitting, to explaining everything to you too much.
Right.
And interrupting you playing the game.
Right.
You know? But it wasn't nearly as bad as Scarlet and Violet was. Holy shit. So Arceus was like really like immediately engaging. I couldn't wait to like finish out one area to move on to the next area.
Okay.
Finish out that next area, come back, grind a little bit, explore areas I couldn't get to before.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because you unlock little bits and pieces here and there.
Okay.
And in your exploring, you realize, oh, you know, this area has like a rock I can't break. As soon as I learn how to do that, I'll have to remember to come back. That kind of stuff.
Gotcha.
I'll have to learn to remember where these things are that I can't get into and come back later on.
Do you have a hard time remembering nowadays, like, when you're playing games where things were?
Not really. No.
I find it's harder now than it was, like, maybe 5-10 years ago for me.
Games are a lot bigger now, certainly.
Yeah.
There are a lot more things to remember, but not really. But Arceus was just, like, so engaging immediately.
Okay.
And like, I'm like 6, maybe 7 hours into Scarlet, and like, I just don't care about anything in that game. I couldn't care less. I don't give a fuck. Like, even getting like the Pokemon, I'm just like, can I just please just? I just need to collect them. I need like get them in my bag. I never want to look at. As soon as I get them, I never want to look at them again. I want to upgrade and grind the ones that, like the new ones that look cool that I don't know anything about. I'll upgrade those a little bit. And like get a couple classics that I know from the previous games that I really enjoyed playing with in the past. You know, grind and upgrade those and evolve them or whatever it is. But like as far as the story and the characters goes, I don't care about any of them. I don't care about the locales. I don't care about the items to go pick up.
Really?
Like, I don't know if I'm going to continue playing it. Because like there's nothing... Like, it's interesting, but the game's not letting me enjoy it. Oh, you whiny bones? Now you want me to get up and let you out?
Yeah, she's been faking out with that shit lately, and it's...
You were just cuddled up with me.
Gotta say, I'm not super psyched that she's, like, trying to mess with me when it comes to going outside.
She's like a teenager now?
Yeah.
Like, I know how to get daddy to do what I want.
Exactly.
How old is she now? She's like, not even a year, right?
No, she's 16 months. She's getting old.
Yeah, she's super old.
But she's still tiny and cute. So I keep her.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I forgot.
It's hard to play a game and talk at the same time.
I was telling Jeff before that I got a craving to replay the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes, so I did that real quick because those are really short games. Like, once you know where everything is.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like going from point A to point B in those games after you know what's happening.
That's the type of game I was craving, like something that like I knew well enough I could just cruise through.
It's like watching The Office over again. It's just like one of those comfort things. Just like, I don't really know what to do with my life right now.
Yeah.
But this is always here for me when I need it.
How do you feel? Because we talked about it a little bit. How do you feel about the fact that the RE4 remake is coming out pretty soon?
We talked about that when they were redoing RE4 for Oculus.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, they could stop making Resident Evil 4.
Mm-hmm.
They could stop for like 15, 20 years. They could make a new one they could remake Resident Evil 4 in 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, it's about time for that.
Yeah.
But like, it feels like it's every year and a half to 2 years. It's like Resident Evil 4 has been remade for GameCube.
Yeah.
Made for GameCube. Resident Evil 4 has been remastered for GameCube again. Now it's out on, whatever the next system is. Now it's out on PC. Now it's out on your mobile device. Now it's out on the iTunes device. Now, like, it's just, come on. Like,
was GameCube the first system that it came out for?
I think it was. I don't remember.
Okay.
I'm not good at remembering those kinds of things.
Yeah.
Like what year my car is. I don't fucking... 2000 something.
Yeah.
But like, I'm somewhat interested in playing Resident Evil 4 again because I didn't. I started it when they remade it in VR because then at least they added something new to it.
Right.
It wasn't just a remaster. Now it's virtual reality. Now it's there's a different aspect to it now.
Yeah.
And it looks really good and it plays really well. But like, if they're just gonna remake it and it's gonna be the same game with the same like gamepad or PC controls that I already know,
Yeah.
and everything, like all the maps are the same, all the enemies, like it's the same game. Like, I think Jeff was talking about it before, where it's like where they're remaking games so much, like they can only make the graphics look so much better.
Yeah, that's true.
And like while I'm playing the game, I'm not gonna notice if the grass looks different.
Right.
If the frame rate is smoother and it doesn't get choppy, I might notice that. But if I'm in the middle of a boss fight, I'm not looking at the choppiness. I'm looking at the thing I need to shoot with bullets.
Right. I think I'm probably a little more interested in playing 4 than you are, just because I picked it up a lot later and I've only played it through like once or twice, and it's been a long time since I did that. So the amount of desire I have to go back to it is a little higher because like I feel like there's still things I could go back and do. Especially now that I've played, I haven't finished 1 even though we started for the channel, but I played through 2 and 3, and I feel like I've now grown more of an appreciation for those games than I had beforehand.
Oh, certainly. Like, I didn't appreciate the first Resident Evil until I finished Resident Evil 2.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying too, definitely, because I've played Resident Evil 4 so fucking much.
Really?
When it came out on GameCube, I must have beaten it from start to finish like a dozen times. I had so much fun with that game.
Yeah.
So like what I'm saying now, like you're not making anything new.
Right.
To me, like the game looked gorgeous then. It suffered from like a stutter in the frame rate, certainly because the GameCube couldn't fully handle what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't HD.
I feel like the remake thing too kind of started with the fan-made like reskinnings that happened with like Mass Effect,
right,
Black Mesa, like for Half-Life, and they're like, oh, we can make money off of this if we just do it ourselves. Like
exactly. They're like, that's one of the biggest things that I like. That's what I love doing. Like getting back into that whole idea of like, oh, this TV show is always here for me when I need like a quick pick me up, or this game is here. Like Mass Effect was one of those games for me. Resident Evil 4 is one of those games for me. Mega Man X, Super Metroid, my favorite games. They'll always be there for me. I know what to expect out of them. There's no shocks or surprises. I love them despite their flaws, or for their flaws even.
Right.
And to make those games better for me, like that's why I try to get a lot of my games on PC, because modding on the PC is so easy.
Yeah.
To do. Like I use Nexus mods all the time, and they have an app called Vortex, and it's great. If you want to like mod a game, it's the easiest way to do it because it's community driven, and they're all great. They work so well. And Mass Effect was one of the first games I started really modding because that game's not easy to look at.
Yeah.
Especially now. So like you go on there and you get like a texture pack, or a resolution scaler, or something like that, or a reshade.
Yeah.
And the game looks fucking gorgeous.
But
they also have quality of life improvements, like driving around the Mako is a lot easier.
Yeah.
The user interface is a lot easier. You don't have to grind for experience as much. They have like experience multipliers or something like that. You know?
That's another game that I have in my backlog of like things I need to go back and replay.
The Mass Effect series, or
Yeah.
specifically one?
Well, all three, but I want to play them back to back because
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough to do, but it's really enjoyable.
yeah, I want to be able to follow the story from beginning to end and like see if there's anything I missed the
And,
first time, which was over like a decade ago now.
It's tough. You can miss stuff in there easily if you're not looking to do everything. If you're looking to do everything in that game, it's really easy to do because there aren't a lot of secrets.
Yeah,
The stuff that you miss is like, oh, I didn't make that connection from like a side quest I did really early on, like hour 2 in the game, to it's some of the same characters or the same faction or groups that are in a side quest really late in the game.
yeah. Also, I haven't done explored every possible like crewmate relationship in that game. That's like a big sub part of it.
I don't know if that's like super worthwhile to do, because like to do that stuff, for some of them you have to like reload a whole game.
I know. My biggest
This is spooky.
Yep. My biggest chase like character in that game was Tali. I just wanted to see what she fucking looked like, and I was hoping if I made out with her, she would take the mask off, and I'd be like,
oh yeah, show me that alien face.
yeah.
Ugh. Can we look at this next time?
Sure.
It's gross.
I'm falling through the floor. All right. See you guys next time.